guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. We are finally in the new house. This is not going to be my permanent setup. Just had to get something temporary going so that we can get these videos back out. There is a little bit of a reverb in the room as well, just because we have no soundproof foaming quite yet. We are still getting all of this stuff set up, but had to get the videos out because we still got news and drama that is continuing to roll on. We've got pro players looking at making a return that you probably remember from the past as well. Also, hot topics from the mouse and keyboard and controller debate as always, as it looks like some people are looking to move forward in another direction. Also, some pro league situations where it looks like maybe coaches may move forward from their permanent teams, or what was their permanent teams. And then also some accusations within this LCQ, a team that did really good, now under fire for having a supposed cheater in all of this as well. Make sure to like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up to date all things Apex Legends esports related. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into this. First thing I wanted to make mention of, which by the way, this is a little weird because my entire system, my second monitor that I'm supposed to do is like behind my camera. This is such a scuff setup for now, but it obviously is just what we have to make do with. So first off, wanted to make mention that Tech has also talked about here with his mouse and keyboard debate. We've seen a lot of players, including Imperial Hal, leave the mouse and keyboard input to go over to the controller input. Now, obviously, there's been a hot topic for a long time regarding aim assist and its power, and if this is practical, if things need to be changed, and so on and so forth. But it is worth noting here, Imperial Hal actually did chime in here after Tech said mouse and keyboard is just severely outclassed by controller for comp now. The only people that say MNK is still good are legacy MNK pros, like considering people like Sweet Dreams, who have a survivorship bias, which basically means like even if they don't do good, they're going to be just fine because they're popular. Every team is now 2 or 3 controllers. Once the legacy mouse and keyboard pros start quitting, they will just simply be replaced by another controller, which by the way, I didn't realize that FaZe Clan is actually a full controller team as well. Snipe, Phony, and then also their teammate, which is leaving my mind right now. Who in the world is it? I can't think. Anyways, they're all 3 controllers, which I thought was interesting because you don't really see too much of that. You see a lot of you know, 2 controllers, 1 mouse and keyboard, or 2 mouse and keyboards, 1 controller, but you don't really see too often a 3-stack controller team and a 3-stack mouse and keyboard team. 100 Thieves is all mouse and keyboard. FaZe is all you know, controller obviously. But interested to see what you guys have to say about the future of this whole competitive Apex environment. Do you think it's going to eventually go to all 3 as well? By the way, it was bothering me so bad that I didn't know who FaZe's third was off the top of my head, so I just totally forgot that it was Frex's for a while. Anyhow, Imperial Hal did chime into this saying you know all the facts, but yet you still play mouse and key. It's time to wake up for reality. And then Tech also basically just said, I mean, I have self-awareness to know that me swapping a controller, and I think this is a good topic to discuss with a lot of people that have been interested in switching to controller. It's not going to make you immediately just the best. It's not going to send you to the limits or the sky absolutely immediately. It still requires a lot of betterment of yourself, of becoming a better player and IGLing and positioning, and honestly getting over the humps that controller does come with, like the slow looting and the slow mechanics and all of that stuff as well. So obviously it's just a different play style. Also want to mention, speaking of Imperial Hal, he actually chimed in here on the whole competitive scene of Apex Legends for ranked in the season, saying that this new Apex season can't come soon enough. I'm gonna rip them a whole new one if they drop the ball again with an update, because holy crap, this game is gone downhill. Hopefully it turns around August the 8th. Josh Medina, which is obviously a senior producer over at Respawn Entertainment, chimes in here looking into this, and it seems like obviously it's panic time. It's something to worry about. And I honestly think that there's going to be some issues with this next season that I think a lot of people are still going to be upset about. We'll talk about more of that on the main channel today as well. Hal basically responds here, says, oh hey, I love that Hal doesn't really simp here. Oh hey, I hope you guys make a hot fix next season. If it's bad just like season 13 was, quote, bad, instead of waiting till next season, smiley face. I like that he's throwing shade. I like that there's no immediate just like sucking up to the devs. I feel like we need some more pressure in order to get the changes that we really want. Is Watson also saying, I was just saying this on stream, season 13 got hotfixed within the season because it was so bad, but yet season 17 was so bad and you guys don't hotfix it and like make it make sense. Just absolutely makes 0 sense at all. Also wanted to mention, looks like we have someone returning back to the ALGS scene. You guys probably know, most of you probably love the Florida man. His name is Rambeau. Rambeau is rumored to be looking at returning for ALGS year 4. Now, which team will it be on? I have no idea. And this is not bait, according to Fallout as well. Sources say that rumors are surfacing about a potential return for the fan favorite Rambeau for the ALGS year 4, and even potentially on time for champs, which would be a crazy addition to many teams. Rambeau has taken a basic summer hiatus from Apex, but it would be great to see his return. But I'm honestly not really sure which team I would fit Rambeau into. Like, I don't really know where I think I would have Rambeau at this current time. We'll see. Obviously, after the champs goes through, after changes happen, there'll be times where it's like Rambeau might, you know, kind of work into this roster that's struggling right now. But this, as it sits right now, I just can't think of it off the top of my head where he would fit. Interested to see what you guys have to say as well. Also wanted to mention, Hundreds has been running all of these you know, like scrims and stuff, and like a solo queue stuff, and he has been having a pop off like Discord environment as well. So if you guys want to get involved over there in their you know, practice tournaments, and I think he's even doing coaching and stuff now, like a lot of good stuff going over there. It's kind of sad that all the good stuff from competitive Apex are coming from creators. Like, you know, if it's not creator tournaments, then it's, you know, creator scrims or an organization scrims. It's nothing by EA. It's not a good rank system. It's not good tournaments. It's just simply like creators that have thought of this stuff themselves, which I think is kind of interesting as well. Also wanted to mention, there were some accusations in this LCQ. You guys may have noticed that there was a player coming from Secret Formula. Now, Secret Formula was a team that was not supposed to make the finals. They were literally on the brink of getting disqualified, or basically getting eliminated. And then they have a guy who doesn't do good. He decides to sub himself out. You guys probably remember me talking about this. Well, Lily decides to sub himself out. They bring Crow in as a substitute, and suddenly they have a pop-off game. They qualify for finals. Inside finals, they decide to place 5th place, which was absolutely insane. They did an amazing job. And basically, there were people now calling him out to be a hacker throughout all of this. So this was coming from Mav FPS, who basically said that knowing that I lost to you know, someone in the LCQ finals because some little rat started to wall, saying that Crow is a waller and calling himself a washed retired player. Now, here's the clip and here's the proof of what they had to say regarding this proof, or regarding these cheats. Interested to see what you guys have to say, because I feel like I have a little bit of experience in something like this as well. Roll the clip.
Five.
They're just rolling through people now.
Okay, there's one solo, 3 full teams.
So, they're not in the mock losers round 1, but mock winners round 2 from yesterday.
Their team name is
This and Co.
no, they changed it. It's now fucking Secret Formula.
Yeah, they got
No, it's
14.
not.
SF. It's SF.
Oh, okay. What are there?
So obviously you can see that the reason that they had said that was because of him starting to basically just spam through this wall, like out of nowhere. Like, why are you looking here? All of a sudden you start beaming through this wall. You see, like, you feel like you shouldn't have saw that guy, but you saw him. Why are you dropping down here on this solo rat? Like, when you probably heard nothing. Like, what exactly is going on? And honestly, I can understand from, like, when I saw the video at first, I thought, okay, that is a little sus. That's a little weird. But sometimes when I'm playing Apex, like, I'm focusing one way, like on my screen, but my eye is just like cornered into somewhere in the corner, or just some random spot that I just like kind of deadlocked onto. And like occasionally there are people in my like peripheral vision over there, and I'm like, oh shoot, and I just start shooting over there. And like people, I could see how people would be like, bro, how did you know he was there? There's no way you knew he was there. Or sometimes even in Call of Duty, I'll just start pre-firing random walls just because like I know it's common to sit there. Or, you know, sometimes I'll just act sus for no reason. Like I'll just start flicking and aim locking through walls even though there's nothing there. So I can understand that sometimes there's weird activity that makes you think someone's cheating. In this case scenario though, I'm not exactly sure. Obviously I've known Crow for quite some time. I think he's played in quite a bit of tournaments as well. He's got quite a bit of experience as well. So I'm not saying that, I don't really feel like he's a guy who really would need to. Nonetheless, though, I do feel like this is an interesting topic that I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. When you see that video right there, do you think this is clear-cut evidence that this guy cheated in the LCQ finals on the way to champs? Or do you think obviously there's more to the story and this guy's probably innocent? Interested to see what you guys have to say. Obviously Mav's another player as well who's very, very known in the community for like the challenger scene and LCQ scene of like, you know, making it like in that sub you know, like semi-pro tier 2 scene. So these guys are both respectable players. I respect both. I think they're both great players. I think they both got a lot of knowledge on this game, so it's really hard to say one way or the other. So that's why I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Also, just as we wrap the video up, want to let you guys know that the coach for Native Gaming, The guy that was coaching native in the LCQ, they actually didn't do too bad. They also qualified for year 4 pro league. Well, it seems like he is actually entertaining offers for non-native situation. So basically his contract is up next week for native. He does have an extension, but he has basically said he is open to offers from North American champ teams. Love the boys in the org. I just owe it to myself and my family to test my market. If nothing materializes, I fully intend to come back and return and coach this LAN next split, and get us the LAN next split. But obviously it is interesting to see if you guys think that native would make a better fit into other places. Now it is kind of weird to think about because FaZe technically does not really have a coach. Their coach is more so of like a, an analytics guy, and FaZe doesn't really have necessarily like this like forerunner head coach kind of guy. So this is technically Dan, and he technically is a coach, but everybody that I talked to, including Phony himself, I talked to Phony on stream the other day, and they basically said that he's more so of an analyst, more so of like a strategy type of guy. So I think FaZe could actually benefit from having a full coach as well, which I thought PvP would have made a great fit into, but it looks like PvP basically tried it out. Things didn't work out like perfectly or beautifully, and I think they just decided to not go that route, and that's why I'm still interested. I'm still kind of baffled that PvP didn't find himself on the FaZe roster, and I'm still going to be baffled if PvP doesn't find himself onto a champs roster. Like, how do you coach the team that wins North American regional finals? For whatever reason, you get dropped, you get replaced, and then you don't find a team to get the champs with. Like, why is nobody picking up PvP? I just do not understand. Anyways, though, interesting to see what you guys have to say about all the topics down in the comment section below. But of course, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I have to like dig down through this like tripod so I can see where the sub thing is. See you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. This is Vibrate, only positivity. Hopefully we'll have this room set up a little bit better in the coming weeks as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, Gators.